I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll calls.
Bruner.
Here.
Farnham.
Here.
Helsley.
Here.
Dennis.
Here.
Boyd.
Here.
Zuber.
Here.
Patrick.
Here. Minutes of the May 8th meeting. Questions, comments, corrections? Hearing none, I'll have a motion by Ben. Do I have a second? Second by Jeff. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Claims against the county.
Move their approval.
Motion by Jeff. Do I have a second?
Yes.
Second by Al. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. County board claims.
So moved.
Motion by Alan.
Second.
Who was the second? Jeff. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Public comments. Does anybody have a comment?
Hey, John, excuse me just a sec. We're going to turn this off so everybody can hear a little better. Huh?
Argue about this one.
Oh, that one's okay, I think. This was pretty loud over here.
The county board meeting of May 8th was embarrassing, and you should be ashamed of yourselves for letting it continue. It started the night before at the airport meeting when Adonis misled the advisory board about the subject of her presentation to this board. Her response to one question about it was that she wanted to talk about the advisory board, completely evading the true answer. On May 8th, she stated the county board used to have respect for each other when she was a board member. She said she doesn't see that respect on this board, and then she verbally trashed 3 board members in the public meeting. Those board members had no chance for rebuttal, and I thought she was concerned about lack of respect, but I guess not. She stated she took pictures of airplanes because the county's insurance company, Diamond Brothers, needed to know how many airplanes belonged to Rusty Bug. Why they're only interested in those planes and not the others of all the airplanes. When she started talking about how the business lease, when presented to the state's attorney, was basically so screwed up it was worthless, which was another lie. The majority of the few problems he pointed out were things that Ben Jennison insisted were worded that way, and all of us knew it violated the law and common sense when he insisted the words be changed. Now they have to put it back the way it was originally, and the way they were working on prior to the direct install tactics. She wanted to say how qualified she was because her father donated to the airport several years ago. FOIA request to Jimmy Wells revealed that there were no donation records in his name or in Mega's name. His name does not appear on the plaques honoring the generous supporters at the airport. And then she tried gaining support from Carl by reminding him of the favors her father did for him in the past. Do money and favors automatically make a person qualified? What are her qualifications to be on the board? She had questions about 3 other board member qualifications. Her father donated money, even though there's no proof of it. Her father owned an airplane and gave Carl a couple of free rides. I guess that qualifies. Does she know which statute the airport operates under? Probably not, because nobody else does either. She said the space RSV is renting is causing a problem for visiting pilots. Have any complained? I haven't heard of any complaints. Now the subject of the business lease at the airport meeting. Donna and Jimmy flat out lied to the advisory board. And I think that you, Chris, convinced them to say what they said. Donna stated in a public airport meeting that she talked to Mr. Milotnik at the FAA and IDOT Division of Aeronautics, and that the FAA and IDOT Division of Aeronautics said it was mandatory that they look at the lease, and that they had to look at it, and she stressed that twice. Jimmy said the Fed state and locals approved the hazard lease. I submitted a FOIA to FAA and IDOT asking him those questions. And Carl's got their answer. Gave it to him in print this morning. Their answer in writing was there was no such rule or policy that required them to look at any lease, let alone approve it. They did say that they would look at it if they were asked, and when they're asked, they're only looking to see if it conforms with grant assurances. I believe that Donna and Jimmy should be fired for that reason alone, was lying to their board. You must think we're all blind. Rest assured we can see what you're doing and for the most part figure out your next move. On May 8th, I wrote an article in which I stated that you guys are setting the stage to make a claim that nobody will donate any more money as long as RSB is there. Which more information came out on that on Monday, basically verifying what I wrote on that case. And I say that money is not needed when people threaten to withhold it based on who gets the contract. It is a steady bribe, and the people in Edgar County do not want any part of it. Thanks.
Anybody else?
Everybody on the board had a chance to read the powers and duties of the county statute? No response? There's usually no response because you've been advised by legal counsel that this is not a question and answer session. Under the Open Meetings Act, that would be correct. Under the county code, however, at each regular and special meeting, which is open to the public, members of the public and employees of the county shall be afforded time, subject to reasonable constraints, to comment or to ask questions of the board. Why do you suppose we have the right to ask questions? It's because the legislative intent was to be able to get answers to those questions. I would encourage that we at least get some answers to the questions that might avoid a whole bunch of lawsuits. Mr. Patrick, you said Monday that the Airport Advisory Board approved the Airport Manager's Manual. You've said numerous times that that's an advisory board that cannot take action and doesn't take action. The county board's never approved it, so how is it that advisory board did that? You specifically said you guys don't have any authority to take action. Another example of you can't be trusted. We still would like to know the total of the CD and an explanation as to why it never showed up on any county audit. I noticed this morning, hadn't really paid attention to each line item on what Mr. Wiseman handed out. There's a line entry on here titled Edgar County Jail Donation. I suspect that was an account set up there when jail donations came in. It was tracked. How come that's never happened at the airport, Mr. Patrick? Those are public funds. That's a question I would like an answer to. Under the statute, I believe I'm entitled to that answer. Does this board have copies of the insurance coverage for the farmers leasing county-owned ground? Is the county named on that policy? If they've hired help, has the county ensured that the workers' comp has the county named on the policy, as is being required of RSB? Next topic. Prior to the county turning over property to the ambulance, that building was county property. Did the county require the ambulance company to place the county on its workman's comp insurance? I don't believe so. If you're looking for a place to raise funds for the 2 airport projects that have popped up, I suggest you take action to collect on Mr. Bergen's $100,000 that was never paid for his purchase of the county ambulance. You still have till October to do that. Excuse me, September, end of September is the deadline. Has anyone here read the mass transit statute? If you're going to take action regarding mass transit, I would suggest you read that statute before you take that action. It appears you may be not be following the statute as it relates to that district and the plans you have. The county owns 2 of the mass transit buses, which amazingly nobody here really knew that until here recently. Why would we give away and not sell them? Why would we just give them away? If you're going to give them away, doesn't it make sense to give one to the sheriff's department to fill a need for prisoner transport? If the jail gets closed,
somebody's collapsed.
No, but they can cover it ain't just, the same thing, you know, not actually cleaning out, yes. Well, yeah, if it hadn't been for that, maybe I have some wildlife like there too.
All right, we'll keep it in mind.
Okay.
My approach.
All right. Wish we did.
I don't have to see it.
No, wait. Yeah, because they could have $2,000 annual leases, so payments.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't know what he's talking about. Well, both of them.
Well, any special projects coming up? Fair season.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say yes or no to something.
No, he really traveled more. On the back of the this fall, right on Washington.
Well, except for now that we're being told.
Quite nice. I think getting better.
I can be back in. Mr. Craig. Mr. Allen. Yeah. said you were
Whoa.
done.
He
At the
didn't
5-minute
I
limit,
said
his
you were
5
done.
minutes are
Sit
up.
down.
No.
Mr. Patrick,
I said you were done. Sit down.
you recording this?
I said you were done. Sit down.
I duly note
Mr. Motley,
That
would you
this is
please remove
violating my
him from
5
the
minutes.
courtroom?
do that.
Thank you, sir. Violation of the Open Meetings Act, sir.
We start right here. Are there any other comments?
Yeah, I'd like to see.
If-
Well, this isn't rehearsed and it's not programmed and it's not written down. But when you reach a point, you can't have conversation, you don't have much government left. What's happened over the last year at the airport is wrong. The public, the people on the street, like you, have noticed there are problems. Last night, at the airport advisory board meeting, a 69-year-old gentleman stood up that I didn't even know. And Renee Foley. And he talked about things he had experienced in the 69 years of life. He was a football coach. And he said he had seen situations like this in his lifetime. Where a war starts in organizations and it destroys the organizations. And it undoes all the good that has ever been done before. I can't see the harm in hearing the remainder of Mr. Allen's comments, because we all know, one way or another, we get to hear them. I feel badly about the incident that occurred. I don't know the details, but it would seem to me this board would say, hey, come on, if we're interested in moving forward, we need to take some responsibility and a little understanding, let him speak. You know, this isn't going to go away. Everybody wants it to go away. It will not go away by itself. It's only going to go away when those like Jeff have demonstrated, Carl demonstrated, Dan have demonstrated, like others have said, hey guys, let's talk about this like adults. Right now, the airport has lost a lot of respect and it's done a lot of damage to it. And as a citizen and a taxpayer, I'd like to see a little more maturity in how things are taking place. From you, Chris. I think people of my generation with our gray hair, we should be leading in a good fashion. I think we should be above board. I think we should try to be that way. Hiding information about finances doesn't work. It hasn't worked. I'm not even sure in the last 8 or 9 months there have been too many meetings that haven't found itself with FOIA requests or Open Meetings Act violation complaints. Now you have lawsuits. Guys, it won't go away, and it won't go away until we fix it. So you need to find a way to fix some of this. Part of that, I believe, is just hearing what people have to say. That's what I got, guys.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I'm going to say a thing or two that I've said before. I've sat on 4 hours on the board for probably all you guys put together. And I thought I'd seen and heard everything. But I found that I respect some of you guys. Why don't you do something about this? There's been suggestions I run for. I'm the last guy that you want to know. It's unbelievable. I cannot believe it. You can drag stuff out like this that disrupts the whole dang county. Tremendously. So many of them can't come, this place will be overflowed if they're putting this time of day. Anyway, that's, if you have any comments for me, I'd like to hear them. This is unreal, this business. Just getting up here, I feel like I'm talking to this desk.
Anybody else? No, we're gonna move forward. Authorization of merger between East Central Illinois Mass Transit and Rise Mass Transit District.
Mr. Chairman, as we talked about this the other day in our study session, I think this may be an issue that has been said here at my standpoint. I haven't had a chance to read any part of this merger. I'm not sure about anybody else, but open discussion. I don't know what the merger is on. Again, mentioned the fact that they haven't seen the contractual relationship. Some of this stuff is, we don't live. And so every time we seem like we try to do something legally, based on what legal representation tells us to do, then something else comes up and says, no, that's not legal. It's the frustration point of my point is, I think you have 6 or 7 people who are trying to do the best they can, but every time you turn around, not bad, it's just that by the nature of the county board work, we follow our best advice in legal, and here's another case. I don't know what that merger is. I haven't seen it. I throw that out as one of the
Excuse me. Lynn, did you not have a copy of it? I asked at the study session if anybody had any questions. Ben said he would like to see a copy. Nobody else requested a copy. I furnished Ben with a copy. I would have furnished anybody with a copy that was interested to look at it.
I appreciate it.
This is somewhat time sensitive. And I mentioned that.
The state's attorney said there's no problem with that.
That's right. We talked to them, we talked to Bill Young, I met with him, I met with King Sutton, Bill Young.
I don't have that with me.
Okay. But I did furnish you with a copy.
They should have it on. It says that we give them whatever we have and they send the responsibility. Which I was thinking they mentioned one, but it was 2 vehicles.
So we give it to them with no compensation.
Right.
That's the way they were in.
The citizen asked this morning that the town is going to lose money if this goes into effect. I think there's a question. What's the agreement? Well, I don't know. I couldn't answer the question.
It's somewhat the responsibility of board members to ask at the session so they can be produced. I can produce this stuff. I went to the state's attorney and got it from Ben.
Does the letter have anything about details on the agreement, or just said we're merging with them? I brought up the other day about, you know, this last minute stuff. That doesn't get it with me. We just constantly are getting this, sometimes you get stuff at this meeting. We don't have a chance to ask or have someone come and explain things to us. You know, I know King Sutton was here last week, but I have a problem with the way things are going here.
Part of what you said, Mr. Chairman, is correct. You offered that to us.
Yes, it is.
You offered that. I'm not sure when we'll go back and decide that. I'm going to be probably read and digest something like that. And I don't know. I don't know. Not hard to understand.
No, it's two small pages,
Oh,
really.
okay. It basically said, we're just going to work together with this group that is also the same people that operate in Crawford County and various other.
Well, I need a motion from you whether to approve it or whether to table it or whether to kick the can down the road.
I would move that we table it this time.
We got a motion by Alan, second by Dan to table. All in favor, say aye.
Have a roll call vote on that.
Yes, you can. Roll call,
Bruner,
please. Yes.
Farnham,
Yes.
Helsley,
Present.
Janice,
Yes.
Boyd,
Yes.
Zuber.
Yes.
It will be tabled. Number 9, the vehicle lease. I assume you want to table that also.
Move to table.
Got a motion by Jeff to table that also. Do I hear a second? Second by Dan. Roll call.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnham,
Yes.
Helsley,
Present.
Janice,
Yes.
Boyd,
Yes.
Zuber.
Yes.
Item number 10, to authorize the appointment of King Sutton as Lincoln County Representative to Rice Mass Transit District. I assume you want to table that also.
Yes.
I'm waiting on a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Dan. Do I hear a second?
Yes.
Motion for a second by Jeff. Roll call.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnham,
Yes.
Helsley,
No.
Janice,
Yes.
Boyd,
Yes.
Zuber.
Yes.
That's also. Number 11, authorize an addendum to contract with Edgar County Special Service Area Ambulance. Does anybody need
So moved.
motion by, to adopt the addendum by Alan, do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mike. Roll call.
Can we explain that for the public?
Yes.
We haven't read or something.
The addendum are changes made to the existing 5-year contract with the ambulance service. One was to change some verbiage and add a death benefit, federal death benefit to anyone killed in the line of duty. Would raise it from 50-some thousand to 300-some thousand. I do not have the exact figures in front of me. Also added the county is additionally insured on their insurance policy, on their certificate of insurance, and changed the verbiage to where the money that is levied is what the ambulance will get. If the amount levied is not the amount that is received, they will only get the money that's received. Those are the changes in the addendum. Any questions?
Need to point out too that 300,000 is not coming out of the county.
That's federal money.
It's federal government that fire, police, and EMTs get when they get going on.
Yes. And they have served 4 years on the 5-year contract, and they have another year to go. Any other questions or discussion on the motion? If not, roll call. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl.
Do we have a motion in a second?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions, comments? Roll call.
Bruner,
Yes.
Farnum.
Yes.
Helsley.
Yes.
Janice.
Yes.
Voight.
Yes.
Zuber.
Yes.
Carries. Number 12, adopt citizen participation plan for grant from Illinois Disaster Recovery Program.
So moved.
Motion by Jeff. Do I hear a second? Second by Alan. Any discussion? If not, roll call.
Brunner.
Yes.
Farnum.
Yes.
Helsley.
Yes.
Janice.
Yes.
Voight.
Yes.
Zuber.
Yes.
Item 15, resolution to reappoint Ben Lucan as trustee, Paris Community Fire Protection District.